Today, we are flying over San Francisco, a city shaped by the Pacific Ocean. Its harbor, steep hills, fog, and earthquakes. From above, those forces remain visible. Alcatraz looks small in the bay, but its isolated position gave it several roles. It served as a military fortress, a military prison, and, from 1934 until 1963, a maximum security federal penitentiary. In 1969, Native American activists occupied the island for 19 months, making it a symbol of indigenous rights. Fisherman's Wharf grew around a working harbor used by generations of fishing families. Pier 39 is much newer, but its best-known residents arrived uninvited. Sea lions began gathering on the floating docks after the 1989 Loma Prieta earthquake and soon made the sheltered marina a resting place. Coit Tower rises above Telegraph Hill. Completed in 1933, it was funded by Lily Hitchcock Coit, an eccentric supporter of San Francisco's firefighters. Murals painted inside the following year depict labor, industry, and daily life in California during the Great Depression. The Palace of Fine Arts was created for the Panama Pacific International Exposition of 1915. The fair celebrated the Panama Canal and presented San Francisco as rebuilt after the earthquake and fire of 1906. Its rotunda and colonnades resemble an ancient ruin. The Presidio was a military landscape for 2 centuries. At the water's edge, Fort Point was built between 1853 and 1861 to defend the bay. When the Golden Gate Bridge was planned, Chief Engineer Joseph Strauss preserved the fort by placing a steel arch above it. The bridge opened in 1937. Its main span set a world record, and its towers rise more than 200 meters above the water. International orange was chosen because it suited the landscape and remained visible against sea, sky, and fog. Beyond the bridge, the bay gives way to the open Pacific. Land's End is a landscape of cliffs, wind, and erosion. Below the headland lie the remains of Sutro Baths, opened in 1896 as a vast public recreation complex. 7 swimming pools stood beneath a glass roof. At high tide, the ocean could provide the 1.7 million gallons needed to fill them in about an hour. Fire destroyed the remaining structure in 1966, leaving ruins that now look almost archaeological. Ocean Beach marks the western edge of Golden Gate Park. The park may appear natural, but work began here in 1870 on more than 1,000 acres of sand dunes. Engineers and gardeners stabilized the ground and created lakes, meadows, and gardens where drifting sand had dominated. The music concourse developed from the California Midwinter International Exposition of 1894. The De Young Museum's present building opened in 2005. Its perforated copper skin echoes light filtering through the park's tree canopy. Conservatory of Flowers. Further east stands the Conservatory of Flowers. Opened in 1879, it is the oldest building in Golden Gate Park. The Victorian structure contains tropical plants, orchids, giant water lilies, and carnivorous species within the city's cool coastal climate. At Alamo Square, the painted ladies contrast with the modern skyline. These Queen Anne houses were built between 1892 and 1896 and survived the earthquake and fire of 1906. Their nickname appeared much later, during renewed interest in colorful Victorian architecture. Twin Peaks rises to more than 900 feet and preserves fragments of grassland and coastal scrub that once covered many of San Francisco's hills. Nearby, Sutro Tower was completed in 1973 to improve television reception across the uneven Bay Area. At 977 feet, it is taller than the hills beneath it. The Civic District is centered on San Francisco City Hall. The present building opened in 1915, replacing one badly damaged in the 1906 earthquake. Its dome dominates the Beaux-Arts composition and reflects the city's determination to rebuild. Salesforce Tower and Transamerica Pyramid. Downtown, two towers represent different periods. Salesforce Tower is now the city's tallest building, with a crown used for the digital artwork Day for Night. The Transamerica Pyramid was completed in 1972. Its tapering form was initially controversial, but became one of San Francisco's clearest architectural signatures. The Embarcadero follows the old line of docks and piers. The ferry building opened in 1898. The Bay Bridge opened in 1936, 1 year before the Golden Gate Bridge. It links San Francisco with Oakland through Yerba Buena Island. The 1989 earthquake exposed weaknesses in the eastern span, which was replaced in 2013. The southern waterfront has changed from an industrial district into a residential and entertainment area. Oracle Park opened in 2000, with right field home runs sometimes landing in McCovey Cove. Further south, Chase Center opened in 2019 as the home of the Golden State Warriors. As the city recedes, San Francisco's character remains visible in the meeting of water, hills, engineering, and reinvention. If you enjoyed this flight, subscribe to Sophie's Places to See for more cities from above. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.